Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a subscriber, if you're not, click that button. Make sure you get notified of any new content. I'm out here on the Chowan River. It is decently early. Got out here before sunrise, but you won't be able to tell with how much cloud cover there and fog there is. So made a little bit of a run down the river. Got some rods out. Gonna, really target these pre-spawn bass. I got a couple things I'm using here. I got a chatterbait, got a lipless crankbait, and I got a Macbeth, a shallow running crankbait in red. So we're gonna mix it up between red and white. River herring being blueback herring, and alewives like to use these rivers, the Albemarle Sound, to come up and spawn. If we can get on that bite, we might be able to get into a big one. So might even bust out the glide today. So get all situated here and we'll go catch some fish. Buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Start out right here, the chatterbait, right in front of creek mouth here. If we got any bait around, the old scream. Looks like we might have some fish set up here. Oh, that would be really cool. Oh, those do look like bass over there. Yeah, just these big bright dots I got, which, this area right in front of a creek, you'd expect bait to set up, fish to set up, especially this time of year. We're looking at, 52-degree water temps. I bet we can get something going right here. There's a little ditch that runs right there. Oh boy, that's what you want to see. Just working it on the bottom. You don't always just have to chuck and wind a chatterbait. Oh, thought that was something. There we go. Right off the channel. Oh, it came off. That's a good start. So there's a little channel drop, like right out that comes through here. And that little guy just ate it. But this time of year, we want to make repeated casts. Maybe that wasn't the exact thing you wanted, but he gave up everybody's location. Oh man. So I got a little carried away experimenting with the jig here and decided to fish the creek channel for some reason. It was cloudy. I'd been casting the chatterbait all over the place. Yeah, something else lives in the creek channels down there that I'm very aware of. Oh. That feels like a catfish. Should have known better than to throw there. Big old cat. Oh, eating all that bait down there. Oh boy. Boy. Ugh. Brother, ugh. Things weren't going the way I wanted them to go further north in the river, so I decided to move south in some spot that I've caught fish before. Alright, finally hooked into one. Well, been a little bit. I don't know if it's got any size to it or not. Feels kind of small, but you never know. That's all right. Get some momentum going here. All right. So we went into that creek. Dang, this guy's got some damage. Try to get him back gracefully. But we went into that creek. Learned that it was a little bit muddy in there and that the water temperatures weren't as warm as the main river. So it's about, not by much, it was 52.9 in the creek, and then it's about 53.1 on the main river. Look at that young buck. Try to get him back. But these trees have, I said spatterduck in the past, somebody corrected me, some sort of pads. So I don't know if they're lily pads, I don't know what they are, some sort of pads, hardcover, that comes down the edge, and that fish was just on the edge of it. So if you can imagine this bank, there's like a patch that sticks out, and you can see it on live scope. Can't see the fish, but you don't really need to see the fish. It's just like fishing a grass edge. So You could also look at it on your 2D, but we're gonna go see if the little hot tamale can pick us up bigger. So you can't tell from the camera angle, but past that lone tree is another creek channel, and it meets the main river here with a little point that stick out. So there's some pad stems and whatnot that are on this point here, and a couple cypress stumps as well. Got him. Oh. I just barely hooked. Get him up. All right, I think there might be a school here. This ain't the biggest fish. Just barely got it too. Man, I've had to do some crazy things with the crankbait to get him to bite. Might tell me I need to do something else, but bite's tough. Hopefully the sun coming out can warm up this water. Time to make a change, see if it helps. Some sun now, get a little see-through. And if you couldn't tell from the short clip of it, I put on a Berkeley Fritz side. It's, I don't know the color of it, it's red and it's got a green pumpkin back and it's see-through. Got him. That was a good change. All right. Yeah. You're not very big. Fritz side. So square bill thinks a little. It was pretty cold yesterday. Wow, that is the weirdest color I've seen on a bass on the Chowan River. So not monsters here, but at least figuring out like what they'll eat, and the tighter action definitely helped. Man, that fat little belly washed out. I know better. I guess you were a spot, but you are not. Good. We don't want those here. Yep, so just switched to, it's a little sunny, so I went with something a little translucent. See that? See, kind of through it. Transparent, translucent, whatever the right word is, that one. But we'll see if we can catch some more. I've seen these fish set up on this stump over here, and I just kind of wanted to catch them. I knew they weren't big, but if you see something like that, it's a good idea to, you know, kind of, it's like the best part of having a live scope isn't finding the fish, it's seeing how they react. So instead of spending all day going around with a square bill, I noticed that they were looking at it, and if I like hit it like a jerk bait, that's kind of how I got the one to eat. They'd eat it, but first cast over that stump with this bait, ate it right away. These pads might not be up yet. Old fish. There's gotta be bass eating. Got to. Somebody's eating somewhere in here. There's way too much bait for them to not be. Water's warmer. I would almost die on that hill. That one caught me way off guard. All right. So, in case you weren't paying attention to what I was doing there, is just yo-yoing a chatterbait off the bottom. I think people forget that a chatterbait is, you know, I think I heard that on Fishing the DMV, that somebody was talking about that. It's just a jig with a blade on it, which sounds stupid, but I mean, you can just pop it off the bottom. You don't have to crank it. Straight retrieve every time, but love this color. I'm back in a different creek now. I see a very large fish that is suspended on some standing timber, so I picked up the glide bait and threw over it. This fish came and approached the bait exactly like a largemouth bass would. I was shocked. It was 4 feet below the surface. When you see what it was, you'll be pretty surprised that it was set up like this. Got him on the glide. Oh man, I watched him come up and eat it and everything. Are you serious? Suspended catfish on standing timber. This is really annoying. Yeah, croak, croak, croak. I'm gonna call it. That's about all I got in me today. 5 or 6 bass to show for it and the 2 catfish and 1 snag perch. This is my first time on the Chowan this year. Water temps almost 60. They're just really goofy about eating that crankbait. Flipped a bunch. I flipped for hours. I threw the swim bait for hours. I kept throwing the 2 crankbaits. I was catching them a little bit on earlier and that didn't do much. Put the chatterbait away. Oh well, it's just one of those days. Didn't get skunked, so there's that. Yay. And no big fish. It's alright, we'll get back out and we'll find that big fish. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. Hit that like and subscribe button if you do enjoy the content, so you get notified when more comes out. So I'll see you next time. Thanks.